Welcome to the 2012 Queensland State Election campaign. I'm Qld Politica, and these are the Twitter files. There's one thing you can depend on in an election campaign. There'll be surprises from all sides, and Day 8 didn't disappoint. The day started with the Premier appearing on Channel 7's Weekend Sunrise and, among other things, convincing them to include Townsville on their weather map. At this stage, even a small win is a win. Campbell Newman woke up to a story on page 3 of the Sunday Mail alleging that the LNP had a Plan C should they win the election but Mr Newman not win the seat of Ashgrove. Plan C involved one of 6 possible first-time members standing down and forcing a by-election in which he would then stand. He flatly denied the story, understandably, as did the LNP. Channel 10's Kathy Border felt Plan C was just the beginning and Mr Newman's opposite number couldn't help but take the free hit. The Plan C story, true or false, was always going to be fodder for the parody accounts. Reasonably so. If a distraction like that happened on the ALP side of the fence, they'd have at it. Oh, wait, the whole federal ALP leadership thing. One of the cool things about social media is being able to analyse just what's being tweeted by the candidates. The Courier Mail did just that, and this week's word cloud for both leaders makes for interesting reading. Follow the link on screen now if you want to study it further. Given it's an election, there's always time for policies and promises. Katter's Australian Party used Twitter to announce their rural fire service policy, but not say what it actually was. The LNP delivered their anti-graffiti policy, replete with Newman's plural scrubbing walls, and the ALP promised $15 million in funding for the Youth at Risk initiative. Winner of today's Knock Me Down With a Feather award is Gold Coast City Council Mayor Ron Clark, who confirmed he will be resigning as mayor on Monday and running as an independent in the seat of Broadwater, the same seat the LNP dumped Cameron Caldwell from on Friday. The Australian Christian Lobby held their Meet the Candidates forum in Ashgrove Baptist Church, and as referenced previously, ALP sitting member Kate Jones did not attend due to a conflicting event she'd committed to previously to receiving the invitation. Tens of people attended. It was here that what will be the next big issue of the 2012 Queensland State Election reared its head: civil unions. Given the LNP disendorsed a candidate for attending a swingers function, it's no surprise that Campbell Newman, speaking at the ACL forum, announced that, if elected, the LNP will repeal the same-sex civil union legislation, if legally possible. As soon as Twitter got a hold of it, it started to melt, and it's not going to get any better once it hits the media cycle on Monday. Admittedly, it will be buried by something big going on in Canberra. People question the motives of Mr Newman and the LNP. Some of those that had recently applied for civil unions offered their opinions, some offered amazement, and yet others took the comments to a logical extension. There seriously was too many responses to even collate a valid sample, so these are offered as an indication of opinion shared tonight, with likely much more to come. While admittedly he's an ALP candidate for the seat of Clayfield, Brent Davidson's tweets should surely be an indication that the LBGT community are not a fringe-dwelling minority and haven't been for years. Of all the tweets about the LNP's planned repealing of the civil unions legislation, this one from Lollapolisa was by far the funniest, if not a rainbow-coloured warning. The sad realisation is, if you thought this was messy, it's only going to get worse. I'm Qld Politica, and these are the Twitter files.